Hey everybody, how's it going? So, today I thought I would do something a little different for you guys. I have been streaming for, I believe this is my 6th year on Twitch, and just started on YouTube. Check out my live stream playlist. We've been doing some Pokemon challenges and stuff like that. It's been pretty fun. But over the years, I've gotten asked multiple times, Zach, how do you make your overlays? Or who do you pay to do your overlays? I do all of my own overlay work. Every little bit of it, everything you've seen on every stream that I have done, every overlay I have made personally myself. So today I think I'm going to show you how I make my overlays. So I'm here in Krita. This is what I have used to make basically everything over the years. It's free to use, free to download. I'll leave a link to Krita in the description. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I've just been using them for so long that honestly it would be rude to not give them a shout out because it's free software. So what we are going to do is we're just gonna make a square. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a 2DS screen specifically. Make a square, doesn't really matter what size it is. Make sure it's on its own individual layer, and you're gonna select your layer, and what you're gonna do is transform scale layer to new size. There we go. Excuse me. And we're gonna unlink it because this isn't the dimension that we want. Quick Google search, put it up on screen right now. The display for a Nintendo 2DS is 320 pixels by 240 pixels. So 320, 240, boom, done. There. That is the aspect ratio that you want for the bottom screen. That's the bottom screen specifically. Okay, so we're gonna put this over to the side and we're going to duplicate this layer. All right, and then we have this one, layer, transform, scale to a new size, and the top screen dimension is 400 by what is this, 240? 240. Boom. Not 2240, 240. There we go. All right, and here is our top layer. Now, this is kind of sort of where you start with your layout. This is where you do all your planning, where you start thinking about like, okay, where do I want my webcam to be? Where do I want, chat to be if you're gonna have chat on your screen? But this is where you start with your screens specifically. So here's what we're gonna do. On Krita, what you can do is click over here on the transform tool, and you can hold down shift and you can drag, and it will maintain the aspect ratio for the object that you're resizing. And since this is a Nintendo 2DS screen, this is gonna be our top screen, and we'll just say our bottom screen, we kind of want, kind of sort of in line with our top screen here. So we will put it about like there, scroll in, go to our moving tool, get that lined up perfectly here. And what you're gonna want to do, and this is, it's an aesthetics thing. You really want to try and at least make the outer border and the line for your overlay, the divider barrier here for your overlay, you kind of want to make them roughly the same size. That'll give it a more even appearance. It'll make it look cleaner in the long run. And boom, you have two screens set up how you want it. And for your webcam, you can change around your webcam size for how you see fit. On OBS specifically, you can hold Alt and drag the side of your webcam. Hi, I'm right here. you can hold Alt and crop out the side of your webcam pretty easily. So you can make your webcam screen whatever size you see fit. So basically, we're just gonna make it the same size as the 2DS top screen for now. Just for now. And then we get it in line with the bottom here, and then boom, you have your main game screen, you have your bottom window, and you have a space for your webcam. Now this space down here, this is negative space, and this is where you would probably be putting excuse me, this is where you'd probably be putting like recent followers, things like that. So what I like to do is I like to just make a box, make a rectangle that is covering everything that you have already made. All right. And what you're gonna do, layer, transform, mirror vertically, so it has the same distance from the top of the screen as it does the bottom of the screen. Half the measuring work is already done. Boom, you reselect the layer, you get the transform tool, you don't hold select because you actually wanna change the size of it, and then you can kinda eyeball, roughly, give or take, how far this is going to be. Now, they're not going to be perfect because this is just a tutorial. If you want them to be perfect, what you can do, I've done this before, you can make, let's say, a 20 pixel circle. If you want them to be perfect, you can go in and just make like divider circles, let's say 40 pixels. And you can, boom, set that there, and you can just move them wherever you want in between layers, and you can line them up however you so see fit to get perfectly even spacing between everything that you have. So this is the general overlay for your overlay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer, just a regular empty layer, and I'm going to make all this stuff disappear, just for now. And let's say, where's the fill tool? There you are. Let's just fill this with a gray. All right, then boom, 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 boom. And one thing you can do, and I actually highly recommend doing this, is putting all of these into a group. So group, quick group, boom. Now all of them, while you can select all of them and move them around, they're still their own individual layers, and you can still turn them on or off as you need to. Now what we're going to do is, since we have group 3 selected here, select opaque, add, and that's only going to select these boxes. And then while it's still selected, you go down to your paint layer that you made all the gray in, and you just click delete. What that's going to do, and you can hide this layer, is that's going to delete everything that was in that gray box. So this is the general, this is where things start getting to actual Twitch stream overlay looks, if you will. Now, here's something really quick that you can do that just adds a little bit of depth, a little bit of pop to your stream. You're gonna duplicate the paint layer that you made, and you're gonna change to black, and you can check this box here, preserve alpha, which will prevent the paintbrush from making anything in the alpha layer, and just paint this black. Now it's not showing that I'm painting it black because it still has the gray layer over top of it, but if you want to see it, you just turn that off. Now, something really cool is going to happen right now, and anybody that's versed in any sort of art program, you already know what I'm doing. You're going to add a blur. And I work in 1600 by 900, so I'm going to add a 20 radius blur. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it look like the overlay is actually physically popped out away from your gameplay. All right? And there's a lot of cool brushes and stuff like that in Krita that you can use. I've downloaded a few texture packs here and there, but one of them that has really stuck out to me is this one right here. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, look at that, Impasto. And it's really nice to give your overlay some decoration, something that looks like a really cool paint design without being super artistically inclined. So drop down the size of your brush and make sure you have the preserve alpha layer on. Make sure you're actually selected onto the gray alpha layer, and then you just go along the outside. You just go along the length of all of the gray that you have here, and just kind of color it in. You can use whatever color you want. I'm very partial to blues and cool colors, cool tones. So that's where most of my overlays tend to go, along the gray and blue and steel blue color palettes. But there you go. And you scroll in and it looks like actual realistic dabs of paint on your overlay. And you're basically done. You're basically done here. And what I'm going to do next is show you how to do this, how to set this up in OBS to make it actually look like a Twitch stream or a YouTube live stream, Facebook, whatever. I'll see you guys in just a minute. I should probably tell you what to save it as, shouldn't I? So, what you're gonna do, save as, and then here's my YouTube overlays, or my YouTube thumbnails, but I'll just save it in here because I have a lot of stuff that you guys don't need to see. Save it as a PNG, specifically a PNG, and I'll make this blue paint. Boom. Save it as a PNG. You want to make sure it's as large a file as you can handle, basically, because that the larger the file, the less you'll lose picture quality wise when you save it. So boom, save as a PNG, and now I will see you guys back in OBS. All right, and we are here in OBS. So I have the display capture on. You'll just have to bear with me. The VCam, that's just me. Hi. All right, so boom, you're going to add your image, and we'll say blue paint. Boom. And then we browse, we go to the YouTube thumbs and blue paint. Boom. Add it to it. It'll start looking better in just a minute. You'll have to just bear with me, because I have to actually be able to capture OBS. So we're going to add a color source. Black back. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Black screen. Okay, so now I'm going to move my VCam. Y'all can't see it right now, but we're just gonna turn it on. Boom. I'm in the webcam block. What do you know about that? And if you notice, right up around me, there's shadows going around the outsides. And that makes it look like I'm recessed back behind the actual overlay. I believe I was lied to. Is this a 2DS XL that they gave me the dimensions for? I'm gonna leave this in so you guys can actually show. You have to make sure that you have the right screen dimensions. I thought they were wrong when I was reading it, but I didn't verify. That's on me. I'll be back because I know exactly what these screen dimensions are for. All right, so I'm dumb. So I confused DS with 2DS. So it was actually a 2DS screen. These are the actual dimensions for a 2DS screen. I'm just an idiot. So the emulator changes when you go from DS to 2DS. So we're using Citra now. Hi, post-production ManBear here. It was actually a 2DS XL screen dimension. I don't know why they gave me a 2DS XL screen dimension. I didn't look that up. But, yeah. Let's get back to the video. Citra is a godsend when it comes to 2DS and 3DS games. It's great. You can install mods. It's fantastic. And it's what I have been using for a very long time. So, let's see. Window capture. Now, Citra, I do have captured top and bottom. See, Pokemon Y. Why? Why are you square? All right, so it looks like I just got the wrong window size. We'll pretend it's the right window size for now. I didn't verify before I made the video, and I've already been recording for a little bit, so I don't want to start over. So basically what you're gonna want to do, we'll just pretend it's a widescreen game. You're gonna capture it. You're going to get all of the borders and stuff like that out of it, and then what you're gonna want to do, and this goes for any game, really. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Game Boy game. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Pokemon game. The screen capture, this window right here, just make sure it's the right aspect ratio for anything that you're playing. Basically, for modern games, it's most likely going to end up being 16:9. For this, it wasn't, and for some reason, Google lied to me. Blame Google. So, again, here, you can see how there is a slight gray border around it. Makes it look a little bit levitated up off of the game, which is nice. And to capture Citra's bottom screen, window capture, we are going to Citra bottom. Boom. Look at that. It already has Citra right here on the screen. And cool. And we hold Alt, drag it all the way down to where you can no longer see the top screen. Drag this up to where you can't see the bottom. Get rid of the black bars on the sides. And you can go in and you can kind of make that look as pretty as you need it to. See, it got the bottom screen right. I don't know what's going on with the top screen. And then you drag it down below your paint overlay. And boom, you now have the bottom screen of your Game Boy. And down here in the bottom, this is where you're going to want to put things like most recent follower, your event list. You can even put chat down there and just have chat back behind your blue paint scene to where it looks like it's just behind it and in that box. And alerts, typically when I do stuff like this, when I have overlays like this and I have alerts going, I put them in the big game box over there. So people are focusing on the gameplay, they also notice the alerts as well. So that's something that's another thing. Maybe it's a topic for another video, but alerts are really important, especially if you're just getting started streaming. People love seeing their name pop up on the stream. It makes them feel special. It makes them feel like part of the stream, part of the community. So if you can have alerts, especially just getting started with streaming, make sure you have alerts and make sure they actually show the name of the viewer. But that's really all I had planned to show you guys. Sorry about the aspect ratio issue. It happens. But basically, all of the steps are exactly the same. When the aspect ratio lines up, it looks good. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see, if you want any other sorts of walkthroughs or anything like that with any sort of how to set up alerts or anything like that, let me know down below in the comments. Be sure to like the video, share it with somebody if you know somebody that maybe streams multi-screen games and they need an idea for an overlay. Yeah, share it with them, and hell, jump into the Discord. The link's going to be down in the description, and if anybody needs any ideas, tag me, let me know. I sometimes post overlays in there that anybody can use. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later!